deal on some bright yellow paint. Oh, there's a little problem with somebody at the back there, is it? The flag's going to go away. We get the green flag from Claire at the back once again. So Morgan's out there. It's an old Gixxer 750 he's out playing on in this time. So watch the lights is the cry. Revs rise, tension mounts. Oh, away we go. Pole position away well. Third on the grid away well too. And into the first corner we go. So who's that leading the way?
It looks like the all-pink machine of Lee Healy, who was out in front. It's the blue Suzuki of Don Gilbert with the orange wheels in second place. Reigning champion of brand Scott Halliday in third. Somebody trying to go the long way round. Looks like the blue and orange machine of Clinton Wood, and he makes it work. He's up to fourth place. Is Clinton Wood just ahead of Justin Rose? I think that is. Somebody coming from a long way back up into seventh position, but leading the way it is number 224 Lee Healy, who we first saw in the rookie thousands, I think 2022. It rings a bell that we first saw Lee Healy, but since swapped out to Suzuki, got himself a Honda Powerblade and has raced in the National Superstock Championship as well. So good to see Lee Healy there on that Honda. Scott Halliday up into second position, Don Gilbert in third place, and it is Clinton Wood up next ahead of Ramon Hunt, Justin Rose, and it's Craig Kennelly, number 90, who I think hopes to do the roads this year, does Craig Kennelly.
Okay, so not making his signature potentially.
Could well be. Luke Blackford is up next on the, his first of the Clublands is Luke Blackford on the ZX-10R Kawasaki. And looking at further down the field, then it's Eddie Wormold up next, and Carl Thompson, who is a former runner-up in the Rookie 1000 Championship, which of course now doesn't exist. No Rookie 1000s from this year going forward. That's Morgan Creasy going up the inside, I think, of Alan Morgan. Runs it wide though.
Yeah, runs a little bit too wide. Can't get the drive down on that 750, and you can't afford to give away any sort of power at all on the 750 because you lose that momentum. You just cannot squirt it down the straight. I tell you, I've just realised who's missing from this grid.
Max Hardy.
Max Hardy. Max didn't set a time this morning. Now he's been out here yesterday on the 5-8. Maybe that's why he was out there on the Ninja, of course. He's just trying to get some a ride in today. It's unfortunately Max. He was meant to be out in the 600s on an R9 Yamaha, and that went bang in Spain. They're not been able to sort of deal out to replace the engine on that. So he got the Fireblade out, and it was running around yesterday without any problems at all. But unfortunately, Max is now a spectator, so that's a great shame for the man who would be, of course, our defending Powerbike champion, and he wouldn't mind adding the champion of brands to that role of achievement. Of course, at the moment, that's held by Scott Halliday, who did so well here in the couple of rounds we had. And Scott is the fastest on the track at this stage. He's just got even quicker in
here he comes
one.
Up, Honda versus Honda, and it's the pink ahead of the blue as they go in towards Paddock Hill Bend, but not quite close enough to make a challenge. Don Gilbert is falling into the clutches now of Clinton Wood, as they two pretty similar times last time around. Clinton, of course, the first of the retro thousands, which is essentially the old school power bikes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have a whole lot of fancy electronic gadgets on that bike, so Clinton not swinging his chicken in the paddock either. He's doing a really good job out there on that machine. I'll tell you what, Halliday is closing down Healy little by little, inch by inch. They came across the line separated by 0.144 of a second. Now let's call that a bike length, because that's pretty much what it is now as they work their way around clearways on the short chute to Clark Curve. Big numbers on these powerful machines as they come round towards the start-finish line again. Remember, this is a 12-lap race. They've just completed 4 laps, so a third race distance. Over the line they go. Difference in lap time, literally 200ths of a second in favour of Halliday. The gap comes down to 0.122. So Don Gilbert getting dropped a little bit. He's getting quite lonely there in third place. Clinton Wood about a second or so behind him. Nearly another 2.5 back. Then it's Ramon Hunt. He's got the Retro 1000 of course, Ramon, so he's doing good for a silver medal in that class.
He's having a good fight at the moment. Luke Blackford, they're coming down from Druids in towards Graham Hill Bend now. And it is Luke Blackford who's got the advantage at the moment on the circuit. Of course, they are in different classes. Luke Blackford in the Clubman's. In fact, he's leading that one, is Luke Blackford. But
Tommy Jones, second of the Clubman's. Tommy, of course, our reigning rookie champion.
And he always will be.
And he, well, unless the rules change, for the foreseeable future, he'll be our last rookie 1000 champion. But also, what was impressive with him, he actually won some Clubman races. And, of course, he put his bike on pole position in the soggy conditions at Snetterton as well last year, so I don't think that was the meeting you might have missed last year. That was the one meeting you missed last year, unlike the 5 you're missing this year, of course.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry.
The legs.
Yeah. Oh, far be it for me to mention it before multiple times. Driscoll just goes past on Ren there. Creasy struggling with the lack of horsepower he's got on that machine, unfortunately. And the irony is that Creasy is just ahead of Morgan. So it kind of looks like he's doubling up there. Ellis Holdsworth, the GM Paglia, and Russell, the last of the retro machines there. Out in front, the leaders are making their way back towards us once again. And he's going to be side by side. Is our champion of brands going to have a look? No. Is he keeping his powder dry? Obviously, Mr. Halliday knows his way around here extremely well. Lee Healy is definitely no slouch. I think he runs at PSP, doesn't he, in the stock class or something, Lee?
Yeah, he has done a season, I think 2023, potentially, 24, it could well be 24 actually, that Lee Healy raced in their stock thousands. But yeah, he only started racing with us, say, about 4 or 5 years ago, did Lee?
He's not a load of experience under the belt.
Whereas Scott Halliday has. I was looking through the archives, and I think Scott Halliday first came up there in 2005 in the Rookie 400, so I think that may have been the same year as Steve Palmer.
Wow, okay.
That
makes him very old either way. Talking about old, I wonder where Mr. Ballerini is. Over the line we go. Is this a challenge to the lead? Up the inside. I think Scott's done it, has he? Did he pull it back? Yes, he does. He's shown Lee a clean set of Pirellis there. Up towards Druids they go. Now let's see what sort of pace he's got. He's going to be desperate to try and pull away. Healy, of course, is going to be desperate to try and get it straight back. But I have to say, Halliday looking that little bit quicker. Be interested to see what the second time's coming in at. Do we manage to go purple here? Certainly no traffic to worry about at the moment before this 12-lap race is over. I think there may well be. We're going to be 2/3 of the way through this race, though, because there's no real slouches in here. But there's a lot of closing speed. So Halliday coming off a Clark curve. He's got a gap of about 6 or so bike lengths. He does indeed go purple at sector 1. Goes quite well purple as well. Over the line they come in. The gap was 0.7 of a second. It's now quarter of a second to the fastest lap of the race to Halliday, a 48.289. So very good performance there from him.
Lap record, Danny Buchan.
Yeah, Danny Buchan's lap record. I knew it was a good one of this, of course. And where are we? 47 or something?
46
and a half. Yeah, let's not worry too much about the lap record.
Morgan just, whether he ran wide at Surtees or got help to go wide at Surtees, he's lost a bit of time here, so I suspect that Morgan Creasy may drop a position or so, and certainly not post his personal best time of the day. He's looking down, actually, is Morgan, so we'll keep an eye on him. But that time around it's a 55.4 compared to his best of a 52.4. So not the best lap there for Morgan Creasy on that fluorescent highlighter yellow machine. As Jason Pay is getting close to the rear wheel of Mark Betts on what I suspect could well be his first race on that Yamaha R1. So Mark Betts, number 21, he's currently 3rd in class, and he's fighting for that final podium position alongside Jason Bays, who is 4th in class. So it's Yamaha versus the Aprilia, 21 against 23, as the race leaders now drop in towards Graham Hill Bend, and Lee Healy just losing a little bit of drive as Scott Halliday opens up that advantage by a marginal amount through the left of Surtees, over to the right now. Scott Halliday goes round the outside of a tail end, and Lee's got the inside line, but Scott, can he carry that momentum all the way around Clearways onto Clark Curve? I don't think he can, Keith, because Lee Healy has placed that bright pink 5-blade exactly where Scott wanted to put his blue Honda.
Well, Scott's going to fight straight back into Paddock Hill Bend. He's coming from a long way back to go for the suicide squeeze down the inside, and again it's a successful move. But Healy cuts him straight back at the cutback, and unfortunately Scott's forced to go just that little bit wide, hit the bubble strip with another back marker coming up as well. In fact, we could have 2 or 3 to play with at this stage, because these guys are closing fast. Halliday's going to have another look at Graham Hill, surely. Oh, he comes a long way back, he tucks it very tight, and again Healy on the cutback, can't quite do it this time. This time it's Halliday's forced to go to the inside and try and get through the back marker, but I think that was Healy.
Lee's got it, yep.
Lee did a brilliant job there. He got great drive coming off of Graham Hill there. Can he hold on to it? Up at Clearways we are now. Coming off of Clearways onto Clark. Halliday again got a better line this time. He's trying to work a slipstream just a little bit here. They come towards the line. The last lap flag is out. Fresh air under the front wheel of Halliday. Looks to the inside, can't do it. There goes to the outside. Can he do the cutback this time? Down the hill they go. This is super close, isn't it, Bradley?
I suspect that Scott Halliday won't try and move it through it, but do you remember last year Scott Halliday was so late onto the brakes in towards Graham Hill Bend. He'll go out wide and catch that late apex willy. He'll try and fire it up the inside of Lee Healy.
Too far back, surely too far back. Yeah. Oh, we've got a back marker though coming to play. Will that affect the drive off Healy coming out of the corner? They go down the inside of the back marker. Force go a bit wide. They both get past safely. I think it's too late for anybody else to play a part. Halliday surely has run out of momentum here, unless he's got some great drive. He takes a similar line. I think he's going to lose on the exit. He does. Couple of bike lengths there. He's trying to feed it down the hill though. Variety of lines. He's got a good toe. Here he comes. Here's the plate. They go past Creasy, and it is Lee Healy who wins a very exciting race here from Scott Halliday. Gap this point 1:38, fastest lap of the race, 48.269, 48.5 for both Healy and Halliday. And very, very fast times. Gilbert holds on to a solid third place ahead of Keneally. Wood, then it should be Wood is the leader of the retros, I hasten to add. Then it's Blackford winning of the Clubmans by 2.25 seconds from Jones. Ramon Hunt, second of the retros, in Thompson Wormold. Third of the retros should be Mr. Ball. And then Mark Betts, who races under 21 because that's his wife's date of birth. He finishes third in the Clubmans as well. Right, exciting race there. That certainly gave us an excuse to get the Hearts racing. The big bikes still got something to prove out there, haven't they, Bradley?
Certainly have. And I was looking at the fastest sector times of that race there, and there is a 47 out there somewhere. So